Good morning, West Shocks. We are live from the Panther newsroom. My name is Layla Andriopoulos.
And my name is Brooke McHugh.
Today is Thursday, September 15th, and it is an A-Day. Any students with payments for Nature's Classroom should see Mr. Lippert or bring their payment to the main office.
The 7th grade class is sponsoring a fundraiser at Mr. Frosty's Ice Cream tonight, Thursday, September 15th. The money raised will go towards scholarships for Nature's Classroom. Stop by for ice cream and support our trip.
Today is the beginning of Hispanic Heritage Month. Here is a video that shares the history of the celebration.
Every year in the United States of America, we celebrate the National Hispanic Heritage Month. It starts on September 15 and ends on October 15, but why does it happen in between 2 months? And why does it last a whole month? Other celebrations are only one day, like St. Patrick's Day, St. Valentine's Day, and even Cinco de Mayo. Why do we need about 4 weeks to celebrate Hispanic heritage? Everything started in the 1960s in Los Angeles, California, where the very strong Hispanic community asked their elected officials in Congress to authorize an official week to celebrate the cultures and traditions of people from Latin American countries who immigrated into the United States. The celebration became very popular, and in 1968, President Lyndon Johnson signed the petition and it became a law. So, the Hispanic Heritage Week became official. The months of September and October are important because many Latin American countries celebrate the anniversaries of their independence from Spain starting on September 15. Before becoming independent, countries like Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica were originally one Spanish territory known as the New Spain. The country we now know as Mexico was one Spanish colony that started the fight for independence on the late hours of September 15, 1810. But the official date of the Declaration of Independence is the next day, September 16. Wait, what about Cinco de Mayo? That is totally a different celebration, and we will talk about it in another video. During the National Hispanic Heritage Month, schools, museums, TV networks, the US military, and the US government celebrate and honor the culture and contributions that many famous Hispanic individuals have made in the arts, science, sports, entertainment, and all aspects that make our country richer. These are some famous Hispanic Americans. How many do you recognize? Do you know why they are famous? Happy National Hispanic Heritage Month!
The West Shocks Drama Club will hold an informational meeting today at 3 o'clock p.m. in the auditorium. Please come down as soon as your cohort is dismissed. All students interested in being a part of Aladdin Jr. should plan on attending. See Ms. Golding with any questions. And now over to Dr. Reynolds.
Good morning, West Rocks. Happy Thursday. It is a beautiful day outside, as Mr. Servalin always says, but it is actually really nice weather as the rain continues to stay away during the school day at least. So a couple things I just want to highlight again. I heard the anchor say in the beginning, Mr. Frosty's fundraiser tonight, Mr. Frosty's fundraiser tonight. You can get to see Mr. Lippert and our West Rocks table. If you buy some ice cream, all of those proceeds go to grade 7 for our Nature's Classroom field trip, but everyone is welcome and invited. Again, we all proceeds go and benefit our Nature's Classroom field trip, which is at the end of October. A reminder that all that paperwork needs to be in as soon as possible to Mr. Lippert. You can bring it down to the main office or find him in our Learning Commons library. And if you've given it to your homeroom teacher, at some point in the day, they can come down to that main office. A reminder to teacher teams during your morning meeting period, just come down to the cafeteria. We're going to meet about our SRBI process, a little bit of a refresher, and have an opportunity to meet with our coaches around some WIN materials and what that process is going to look like. So that's the teacher teams. One other piece is Friday, which is tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We are going to have our first lockdown drill of this year. It is a drill. It is announced. That's what I'm doing now. Teachers are aware. This is in our binder. This is the lockdown page and administration. If you take a look, lockdown is called when there's a threat or hazard inside the building or trying to enter the building. Many of you, if not all of you, at this point have done many lockdowns. If you're a sixth grader, this will be the first time that you practice a lockdown drill in West Rocks. Seventh and eighth grade new students, this will be your first time, and other seventh and eighth, this will probably be a different classroom. So you want to make sure you're listening to staff, teachers, and following directions. So if you take a look at this binder, or this page in the binder, which your teachers can review with you. Administration, that's what I do. Miss Amaral does. All of our safety committee members. Those are directions for me. Those little dots and those bullets. Staff, those are specific directions that staff do during a lockdown drill. Refer to this protocol. Clear all students from hallways. Turn off the light. All of those things you can review. And students, very specific 4 things you got to do. Follow directions of staff and first responders. Those are anybody who comes in an emergency. If alone in the classroom, lock and turn off the lights. That won't happen tomorrow, but that's what you would do in a real emergency. Stay away from the windows and doors. And I got to be honest, over the last few years when we practice, sometimes we're good at this and sometimes we're not. This last drill, stay quiet. Last year, when we did a couple drills, even after some incidents happened across the country, when we practiced to make sure some of our students did not follow that 4th bullet, which puts everyone at risk. So we're going to end our Panther News in just a minute. If our homeroom teachers could just take the time to review, I know it's at 10 o'clock, so it'll be a different class, but just to review some of our expectations around what a lockdown is, and that'll be tomorrow morning. And again, that'll be at 10 o'clock. So when our students, whatever class that is for you, the teachers, whatever class you have right around 10 o'clock, couple minutes before, couple minutes after, please make sure you review that protocol, where you're going to go in the room, what that looks like. Make sure you're all set for your students. So with that, I will stop sharing. And if there's any questions, you can obviously reach out to me, Miss Amaral, at this point. Around the safety. Hopefully we'll see you at Mr. Frosty's tonight. And back to our anchors.
Attention teachers. We are still in need of a coach for floor hockey and a few others to run some intramurals. Please see Mr. Mastriani if you are interested.
Permission slips for travel teams and intramurals will be out by the end of the week. Tryouts for the travel football and floor hockey teams will be next week. Only those with signed permission slips will be allowed to try out. See Mr. Mastriani with any questions.
Today's hot lunch will be nachos.
The W in PAW stands for willingness. Be willing to think outside the box this year and try something new and exciting.
Have a great day, everyone.